Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe. And really quickly, I wanted to say to all my new subscribers, thank you guys so much. I see you, I appreciate you. We recently hit 1K here on my channel, so thank you guys so much. I will be doing a giveaway, but I'll announce the giveaway at the very end of the video. So watch the whole video. Consider that part of it. And today, as you can see by the title, is going to be another perfume haul. You guys really liked my last one. You guys like me to spend my money, and I'm okay with that because I like getting new perfumes. So I will give a little disclaimer. This haul changed my life, and I know that sounds dramatic, but I thought I was happy with my last one, and I was. I didn't have anything that I didn't like in my last haul, but this haul, there were a couple scents that literally I feel like changed my life. So anyways, let's get into it. Like I said, if you're new, don't forget to subscribe, and I will talk about the giveaway at the very end. Okay. I'm just gonna start with my favorite because I don't want to be that person that saves the best for last. I'm gonna talk about the perfume that I feel like changed my life. This made this haul so exciting, and that is Gaultier La Belle. This is what the tin looks like. Also, I know that I do haul perfumes, I buy perfumes, but I feel like I'm more likely to buy a perfume when it's a little bit cheaper, like less than $50, just because I'm cheap, and I don't know, I just feel like blind buying one that's more than that is a risk. And so there's two scents in this haul two perfumes I should say, in this haul that I have wanted for literally a year, maybe more, possibly more, but I wanted to find them in store to smell them first, and I couldn't. And now with COVID and everything, it's impossible to smell anything in store, so I took the plunge and bought them. But yeah, so basically this one was a little bit more expensive, but I've wanted it for so long. This is one of them. It's Gaultier La Belle. Also, this is a YouTube made me buy it, so it's a haul, but these are perfumes that were influenced by other YouTubers, so I'll try and I'll say who influenced it, and then I'll leave it down below. So this one, so many people talked about it, but I will say what was what set me over the edge, where I was I need to buy it, was Paulina Schar talked about this. And also she had a perfume video where her husband or her boyfriend smelled the scents, and he said this was the be all end all, and I had already wanted it, so when he said that, I was like, I need to try it. I need to try it. And this is what the packaging looks like. I love the bottle, and I like this little necklace. I love the color of the juice. Oh, this is one perfume that I don't really do unboxings on camera. I do a hauls, but I like to kind of have an opinion, so I usually try them beforehand. But this is one that I really wish I would have opened on camera, because my reaction to this was the strongest reaction I've had in a really long time. I want to say years. This perfume, okay, so the notes, I'm going to read the notes. It's literally just pear, vetiver, and vanilla. And when I smelled this, I kid you not, this perfume, I'm obsessed with it. Obsessed. It does things to me. I'm not gonna lie, this perfume it's just it, okay? When you first spray it, I don't even know, this is amazing. It's intoxicating. It's sweet for something that's so simple with 3 notes. This is everything I've wanted my entire fucking life, okay? When I tell you, I sprayed this on myself, and it's a perfume that I don't give a damn if anybody likes it, because I was so obsessed with it, I couldn't stop smelling it. I was seducing my damn self, okay? I don't even care. I don't care who likes it or doesn't like it. I don't care if you think it's heavy or not. I will be wearing this my entire life, okay? This to me smells, it's sweet from the pear. The pear is a really ripe, you know, the longer you let it sit on your counter, it ripens, it gets softer, juicy. It's like that. It's a really ripe, really sweet, syrupy pear. The vetiver gives it a woody spiciness. It has that woodiness, but almost a little bit spicy. Not like pepper, but you know, those spices, cinnamon, that kind of thing. And then it has vanilla, but the vanilla is like a creamy, and the longer it sits, slightly powdery vanilla. The longer it sits on your skin, it is slightly powdery, but almost like a powdered sugar vanilla, like that kind of powdery. Like the outside, the dust on a marshmallow. That's what it's like. And the pear to this almost smells like a syrupy, like if you were sauteing brown sugar with the pear, like almost like you're making some kind of a dessert. And to me, oh my God, this is literally life changing. That sounds dramatic, but this is so good. When I tell you, this is so good. My husband, when I opened this, he thought I was crazy because I sprayed it on my arm and I kept going back to it. I kept spraying my arm. He's like, what's wrong with you? I was like, smell this. He's like, yeah, it smells good. I'm like, no, it smells amazing. I was obsessed. I'm obsessed with this. This is like everything I've been looking for. But when I smell this, I think I will wear this year round in the evening. I think I will. But however, when I smell this, for some reason, it just reminds me of fall. I don't know why. I think it reminds me of kind of like a dessert that we would make in fall. I don't know why. I think because it's a little bit darker. It's not dark. What am I saying? But I don't know why. I associate it almost with like a dessert that we would make in the fall. But you could wear it year round in the evening. This is a gourmand, but it's like a spicy, warm pear. Oh, it's so good. It's so freaking good. The pear in this is really ripe. I don't like the sound of this can. I'm really sorry. The vetiver makes it woody, spicy. So it's like more nighttime. It's mysterious. It's sweet. It's edible. It is so fucking good. If you guys have been wanting that, that's a little bit expensive, which is why I waited so long, because it's new. It is a little bit expensive, but I honestly can say it's worth it, and it's hard to find in stores. So I got it on a discounted website. Obviously, I always get my perfumes like that, but I think it's so worth it, and it's new, so it is a little bit more expensive. If you wait, I'm sure you could find it more affordable, but I wouldn't wait. It's so good. Next up, let's talk about this one. This is Dolce & Gabbana Pour Femme. This was actually also inspired by Paulina, and I was watching her Instagram. She was doing like questions, and she was asking for best marshmallow fragrances, and a lot of people, she shared the answers, and a lot of people were saying this, and she's also talked about this on her channel, but I had never really heard of it, and it wasn't really on my radar until she talked about it. I love the bottle. This is such a sleek, sexy, simple bottle. I love that. I am sweating. I'm just gonna keep it real. I turned off my AC so that it's not so loud, but I am dying. Anyways, this bottle is so pretty. It's simple and gorgeous, and this, a lot of people said, did I say that, was the best marshmallow. It's so hard to get this lid off. This is the second one that I didn't know of, and this was pretty affordable actually. The next expensive one I'll talk about next, but this was pretty affordable. This is the 50 ml, I believe. And she described this as a raspberry marshmallow, and that's exactly what it is. It is a raspberry marshmallow. So I said La Belle is intoxicating, and it is, but this is also not intoxicating. It's not to that extent, because this isn't too sweet. I thought it was going to be a little bit sweeter. It's not too sweet. The raspberry note in here keeps it from being like cloying and too sweet. And so on me, I could definitely smell the marshmallow, the raspberry, and a tiny bit of orange blossom, which makes it like a little bit, it sets it apart from a body mist and a perfume, in my opinion. So there's a lot of body mists, body spray that smell like marshmallow. This is like an older marshmallow, you know? So I think the orange blossom and the raspberry keep it from being like overly sickly sweet and too artificial. It makes it like still sweet and girly and playful, but like also like sexy. And I really love this. This lasted a long time, and when I sprayed it on the piece of paper, because I usually do that to test it out and see how long it lasts, I sprayed it on the paper, and as I walked by that paper, I would like smell it even the next day, but it only lasted one day on the paper. But either way, anytime I walked by it, I would smell it, that like raspberry marshmallow, and it smells so good. That's literally what it smells like, raspberry marshmallow. but it's not too sweet. It's a perfect amount of sweetness for an older person that still wants to smell sweet. You know what I mean? And this to me, because it's not too sweet, but it still has the sweetness that I love, I feel like I could wear this every day. This could be a signature scent, in my opinion, okay? People came for me when I talk about certain things, but it's me wearing it. In my opinion, I could wear this every day, and it is me. It smells like me in a bottle because it's sweet, but still like a tiny bit fruity from the raspberry and that orange blossom, and I love orange blossom, and it's so pretty. And it's affordable. That one is pretty affordable. Next up, let's talk about this one. This is another one. This is Girl of Now by Elie Saab. Elie Saab. This is Girl of Now. This is another one I have wanted for probably over a year. This is probably the one I wanted the longest, but a lot of people were saying it was really sweet, and I was scared that it was going to be like cloying and give me a headache. So this was one that I was looking for in store to smell it, but I couldn't find it. So I ended up just getting it because I forgot to say, but Canada Day is when I got most of these because they were doing, it was a discounted website, but on top of that, they were doing an extra 10% off of the discounted price. So it was a steal. And I got this one. This was inspired by, what's her name? Oh my God, I just can't remember her name. Emmy? Oh, something like that. I'll leave her name here or down below if I forget it. I think it's called, I think her name is Emmy. I don't know. But anyways, I've heard a lot of people on YouTube talk about this, a lot. But the first person that I saw was, is it called Emmy Ever After or something like that? And she was talking about this, and she made it sound like, she said it was fluffy and sweet, and that sounded right up my alley. So I decided to try this out. This, what are the notes? This has pistachio, pear, mandarin orange, almond milk, magnolia, orange blossom, almond, tonka, cashmere, and patchouli, okay? But this, to me, on my skin, this is another one. I've wanted it so long, and I'm so glad I just decided to get it because this smells so good. It is very sweet, though. So if you guys don't like sweet scents, this might be too sweet for some. The Dolce & Gabbana, I don't think is too sweet. But this, if I'm saying it's sweet, okay? I feel like it could be too sweet for some people, but I love it. And this, on me, I smell the orange blossom, the tonka bean, and the almond. There's pistachio, but I feel like I could only smell that in the very, very beginning, in the opening. And then it's very almondy, and I love that because I love nutty scents, and I love almond, pistachio. I love those notes, and I love orange blossom. And on my skin, I definitely do smell the orange blossom. I know that some people said they can't, and it's just like straight up almond, but on me, I could smell. It is heavy on the almond and orange blossom. So the sweetness to me comes from the almond. And it smells so good. And the tonka bean just kind of gives it like almost like a fluffiness. I guess that's why she described it as fluffy. It's fluffy, but almost like a sweet too. This kind of reminds me of Jean-Paul Gaultier Scandal, okay? And not the same notes or anything. It just gives me that same sweet vibe because that one's also really sweet. I'm not saying they're the same, but this to me is a nutty sweetness. It's warm, it's nutty. I would wear this more so in the colder weather because I think in the heat this might choke people out. Unless it's an evening, I might wear it in the evening, but this is so good. And I've been looking for that nutty type of fragrance, but one that lasts, because I find with nutty perfumes, they tend to not last that long on my skin, and that's really disappointing. So this one is really good. It's sweet, it's fluffy, it's creamy a little bit. The tonka bean kind of gives it like this creamy fluffiness. And yeah, I really like that one too. Next up, let's talk about this guy. I am literally, if I'm shining, I'm sorry, man. I'm so hot right now. Oh, this is Shaghaf Oud by Swiss Arabian. This one, I can't say one person in general made me buy it, but I've heard so many people talk about it and say it's a dupe for Lancome's Oud Bouquet, and I've wanted that one for a while, but I couldn't get my hands on it. So this is what this guy looks like. I'm not gonna lie, I hate the packaging, but I could get over it. I'm one of those people where like packaging does matter to me. It could stop me from buying a fragrance, honestly. If it's too gaudy and too ugly, I won't buy it. But I really wanted Oud Bouquet for a long time, so I decided to get this guy. And actually, this is pretty affordable. It was like, I think it was like 40 bucks for, I believe this is 100 ml. It doesn't say. It's 70, no. Yeah, it's 75 ml, and it was $40. So that's honestly not bad at all. The notes in this are saffron, rose, oud, praline, vanilla, and oud again in the dry down. When I first sprayed this, I'm not gonna lie to you, I was like, oh my god, what have I done? It starts off, it opens super spicy and super oriental, and it smells, in my opinion, in the opening especially, very masculine and scary. Okay, I was kind of like, oh my god, this is too much, it smells like incense. I was not about it. But like I said, I sprayed it on a paper. I always do that. And in a couple minutes, I went back to it, and the spiciness was gone. That scariness was gone, and it was the sweetest. Oh, it's a sweet, syrupy. The praline, you could really smell the praline, the vanilla, and the oud. Strong. Yeah, so there's a woodiness. You could smell the oud, but it's not masculine at all, I'm gonna say. The opening is masculine and scary and spicy, but as it dries down, you really get that sweetness, and it's feminine. It's sweet, it's addicting. The rose is in the background for me. Like, I think you could smell it, but it's in the background. To me, it's really the oud, the vanilla, and the praline. It's sweet, it's intoxicating. This to me, but there's that spiciness still, it's definitely oriental. The spiciness remains, but because there's so much sweetness going on, it's like a sweet and spicy. So to me, I could see this being like honestly a go-to in the winter time. This reminds me a little bit of like winter, like Christmas. I like those spices and the sweetness, and I could see me reaching for this a lot. So I'm glad that I went back to it and didn't just like give up, because the opening had me scared, I'm not gonna lie. But the dry down of this is sweet, syrupy, praline, a little bit of rose, and it is also like intoxicating, and there's a spiciness. So it's like, it's bossy, sweet, intoxicating, and it's different, you know, and I really like that. If you don't like orientals, you won't like it, because it is oriental, but it's sweet oriental. I really like it. The opening had me really scared, but I'm glad I got past it. Let's go into the last one. Okay, last up, we have this one. This is Amo Ferragamo by Salvatore Ferragamo. Did I butcher that? I don't know. This one, I think it was Gabby Loves Perfume. I think that's her name. I heard her talk about this. First of all, the bottle of this is so pretty. I got the big one. They offered the smaller one too, but it was like $30 for 30 mils, and this was like, I think $50 for 100 mils, so it just seemed like the better bargain. The bottle is so pretty, and she described this. She said it was like an orange creamsicle. So if you know me, I love that. That sounded right up my alley. So I picked this one up. This smells, it does smell really good. In the opening especially is when it smells like an orange creamsicle, okay? You get the orange. In the opening, you get the creamy orange. It's fluffy, it's edible, it's delicious. As it dries down, I do lose the orange a little bit, which I'm sad about, and it just kind of smells like a creamy, fluffy vanilla. In the dry down, that's what it smells like. For the first hour or so, I get the orange creamsicle. I love that. But the longer it sits, I lose the orange, which I'm sad about. But the dry down is still good. It's like, the dry down is like, it's pretty simple. What I'm going to say is this is not like something outstanding. It's not like I'm obsessed with it like Belle and the Femme and the Shaghaf Oud. I actually love all of those. It's not like life-changing, but it smells good. The opening is my favorite, but as it dries down, I lose the orange, which I'm sad about. But even when it dries down, it's like, it's a pretty good perfume. You know, it's like a fluffy vanilla, still sweet. So you can't really go wrong is what I'm saying. And it is pretty affordable. This was, like I said, I think it was like $50, maybe a little cheaper, maybe like $47 or something, for 100 ml, which isn't bad. And the fluffy vanilla, that lasts a decent amount of time on me. What I do, honestly, to keep the orange, this is one of, in my last video, my summer perfumes video, I mentioned how I use I Love Love by Moschino as like a layering fragrance sometimes, and this is another one that I layer it with. So because I Love Love is so like zesty orange and a little bit sweet too, it's like a sweet orange, I pair it with this one to keep the orange a little longer. But even if you just like, if you like sweet vanilla scents, you'll like this either way because the dry down is still like a sweet, fluffy, creamy vanilla. But if you wanted it for like an orange creamsicle kind of vibe, on my skin personally, I've still been wearing this. I've worn it like a few times, I'm not gonna lie. I've worn it probably 3 times. But if you want the orange on my skin, I'm just saying after an hour, the orange is very subtle. It doesn't necessarily smell like the orange creamsicle anymore. Okay, last up, I'm going to include a picture here because I actually did purchase another fragrance, but I actually ended up sending it back already. I purchased Burberry Her Intense. I'm not gonna like go too much into detail, but I'll put the picture up over here somewhere. And basically I bought that because I was watching a video, I think it was by The Scented, and she was saying she really liked it. It was like a little bit cream, it had the same DNA as the original, but she was saying it was a little bit warmer, a little bit creamier, and the berries were like a darker berry. It wasn't so light and airy. That's what she said. So she made it sound good, and it sounded like kind of like syrupy sweet. So I purchased it again during the Canada Day sale. But when I got it on me, the dark berries, they smelt, like they did smell a little bit artificial, and they gave me somewhat of a medicinal vibe. But as it sat on my skin, like the longer it sat, it definitely had the same like creamy, musky DNA as the original. But in my opinion, it was similar. The longer it sat, it was too similar to the original, but the original, in my opinion, is just, you can't beat it. If the original is that good, the other one had to be a little bit more like different or like better for me to keep it. And because it was the darker berries, they just smelled a little bit, they smelled like waxy, artificial, and what was I gonna say? And they gave me like slightly medicine vibes in the beginning. And then as it dried down, the longer it sat, it just started to smell like the original. So I figured like I don't need both, and I love the original so much, you couldn't beat it. So I did send that one back. That is everything that I purchased. Now let's talk about the giveaway. So for the giveaway, I figured since my channel is a little bit beauty, a little bit fashion, and a little bit fragrance, perfume, I'm gonna include a little something of each in my giveaway. So I'm going to be including a pair of earrings. They're actually the same ones I'm wearing now. I ordered a pair because I saw that I was getting close to 1,000 subscribers. So I ordered a pair to give away to you guys. So they're actually these same ones that I'm wearing. They're literally so cute. So I'm going to be including that. I'm also going to be including a brand new Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. This one's not open, so I'm not going to open it. But I have my own, and this is what it looks like. And it basically has, I use these colors over here on an everyday basis for any like go-to neutral look, and then on a night out I gravitate towards these kind of colors. And with fall coming up, I just thought it was kind of appropriate. And yes, I'm that annoying person that's like, it's July and everyone's here enjoying summer, and I'm like, fall is coming, because I thrive in fall. I'm not made for this summer weather. I feel like Olaf melting in this heat. I hate it. But anyways, and then last, I will be including a fragrance. I haven't decided which one yet, but there will be a mystery one in your box. So it will come with the earrings, the makeup palette, and a fragrance that I will include. I haven't decided on it yet, but that will be a surprise. So basically, to enter, you have to obviously be subscribed, duh. Like this video, and then go follow me over on Instagram. I always leave my Instagram handle down below. So once you followed me on Instagram, under this video, leave me a comment with your Instagram handle, and that way I'll know, first of all, that you entered the giveaway, but also I will be contacting the winner through Instagram. I just think it's easier like that, so I will DM you on Instagram. I think I'm going to keep this open for maybe 2 weeks because I don't want to do it for that long. So for 2 weeks, I'll leave the date down below, and I'll also leave like the giveaway rules, what I just said, down below, just in case you forget. And that's everything. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next one.